part two. So we went and saw the play. She said she called a cab. There was no cab. She asked me for the ride. I said, cool, I'll give you a ride. So we walked to my car. Now at this point, it's very dark. We get in my car, and immediately I'm alarmed because I look over and she suddenly has a duffel bag in her lap. Now, I done went to a play with her. We done sat through the play. We done left the playhouse. They have locked the doors. Where was this bag? Where was this bag? I have not seen the bag. Now, the bag is sitting in her lap. She's sitting in my car. She has the bag in her lap. And she literally has her hand halfway in the bag and halfway on top of the bag. And her whole energy has shifted. You know, she's not happy. She's not chipper. She's very quiet. So I start the car up. And I'm not brave enough to ask her, where does this bag come from? I didn't even ask. I was too scared because I'm already feeling the energy in the car. It's totally different. So we start to drive. Well, I'm driving and we get to the freeway. Now, I'm a new driver. I haven't been driving that long, so I'm already nervous to drive at night on the freeway. But we get on the freeway. She's not speaking. She's not talking. And at this time, I didn't even have a radio in my car, y'all. So it's very, very quiet. And so I look over at her and I'm like, is everything okay? And she's like, yes. Just stoic, looking straight ahead, hand on the bag. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm trying to make it comfortable, and I start small talk. I'm like, you said you were from Canada, right? And I was like, it's cold because you said it was snowing. She's like, yes, I'm a phone sets worker. Excuse me? Like, what? So I look over at her, I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, that's what I do for a living. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, that sounds cool. She's like, it's not. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, in high school, I got picked on and everyone called me names. They called me slut. And I was like, oh, okay, why? Like, I'm over here like, what? I'm like, no, they didn't, you know. I don't know. So I'm like, they called you names? Why? They picked on you? She was like, yes. So I'm getting nervous at this point. So I was like, you know what? Let me call somebody and let them know where I'm going. And I'm like, let me just call my mom. So I pick up my phone. I'm like, I need to call my mom and let her know where I'm going, let her know I'm safe because I'm all she has. I'm just thinking off the cuff. Okay? Because at this point, I'm scared. So I call my mom. She does not pick up. But the voicemail clicks over. I pretend like she picks up. So I'm like, hey, Mom. Oh, yeah, I'm riding with, what's your name? I'm like asking her name. Like, and I'm like, we're going to Oxford because her car broke down. I'm giving her a ride. I just want to let you know I'm safe and I love you. And, da, 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 da. And I'm like talking on the voicemail and I hang up. And she looks over at me and she says, you must love your mom. I'm like, yeah, I love my mama. You love your mama? She's like, I don't have a mom. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I was like, yeah, and I'm thinking off the cuff, so God forgive me, but I told the girl, I said, well, I'm all my mom has left. My brother recently died to violence, and we're really close. And she said, it must be nice to be close to someone. And I said, well, you have to have someone. I was like, maybe not your mom. Do you have any brothers or sisters or anybody? I have no one, is what she says. And I look over her and I'm like, but you have me. I was like, we're friends now, right? She said, did you have a lot of friends in high school? I'm like, yeah, I mean, I was cool. Like, I had people. And she's like, I didn't. And I was like, well, you have me now. I was like, I'm going to give you my email. Now, mind you, this is 2010. I'm like, I'm going to give you my email. You can write me. We'll stay in touch. Because I'm just trying to make her feel comfortable and nice. Mind you, the whole time we're talking, her hand is on this bag. And it's almost like she's stroking something. And I'm looking down at the bag and I'm looking at her. But she's not acknowledging my looks. She's just... and very monotone. Whole different energy. And so I'm like, you have me, I'm going to give you my email so you can stay in contact with me. And I'm just talking. I'm like, and we'll be friends. You don't have to feel alone. You're cool. And I'm just speaking her up. And I'm like, yeah, you're really cool. You know, whatever. And so as we're driving, I'm like, she ain't gave me no directions. Now, Oxford is a straight shot on the freeway. But I'm like, do you know the exit? And she's like, no, but I'll let you know when we get there. I'm like, okay, girl. So I'm driving and I'm trying to make small talk. She's very, very short with me. And then I see the exit, the 273 exit for Oxford, and I see the sign, and I'm like, is it here? She said, yes. So I take the exit. We drive off the exit, and I'm like, which way? She's like, that way. So I'm looking that way. Everything else in Oxford, the small town, is that way. She's telling me to go this way. And I'm like, okay. So I make the right turn and we start driving, and she's like, right there. I look. Right there is nothing but a cornfield. Like across the street, there's a Sonic. Right beside there's a hotel. But where you're saying you want me to go to a cornfield? So I pull up to the field. I don't know why I pulled up to the field. I think it was just nerves and me just thinking, if push come to shove, I'm going to take her down. Like, I'm going to fight her. I'm going to make it happen for myself. But we pull up to the field, and I got the car running, headlights on. I'm looking through the field. I don't see a car. I don't see anything. And she's like, she looks over at me, because we're just sitting in silence at this point. She looks over and she says, I want you to know that things could have ended for you very badly tonight, but you're a nice person. She opens the door handle, gets out the car with the duffel bag, and walks towards the field. As she's walking towards the field, I notice a blue, like silver looking car over in the corner that I hadn't seen before. She opens the door handle to the car, gets in, starts it up, and drives off. I'm shaking telling the story. I immediately tried to get back on the road, but I couldn't. I was so shaken. I was crying. I pulled over to Sonic and I just started bawling. I'm calling people I know. No one's picking up. And I'm just having like an experience. Like, I think I just saved my own life. Like, I really think she was going to hurt me. And it doesn't end there. That was 2010. In 2022, my boyfriend at the time had a small skin care line where he made skincare bombs, lotions, and things like that. It wasn't that popular, but he was making sales. Well, one day he calls me. He's like, a girl reached out to me on the website and says that she thinks she knows you and you're my baby mom and wants to get in contact with you. And she said that y'all met before at a play. I'm like, what? So I read the message. I'm going to insert the message. Hold on. Y'all, I dug through the trenches to find this email, but I'm going to attach it right here. Pause to read. And that is the story of one of the creepiest things that have ever happened to me. And in case you're watching, listen, we're friends. We're homies. I don't have no problem with you. You scared me a little bit. Just a little bit. You scared me. But, you know, we cool. No problems, okay? No problems. I don't want no problems in my life. But pause to read. Bye.